All right. Hey, how you doing? What brings you in today?
Yeah, I was just gonna see if you could check out my knee for me.
Okay.
I was at basketball practice the other day. We were earlier, and we were scrimmaging, and I was like, went to cut into the paint and come back out, and my knee like just gave out and I fell. Um, but I just had to I got my teammate to help me up, and I came straight in here.
Um, when you fell, did you land on it or anything? Or
No, it just like gave out on me, and I just like fell. I felt it was on my right knee, and I kind of just landed on my other leg. Just
okay.
that was
All right. So you didn't. All right. So you didn't injure it or anything when you fell. It was the injury that caused the fall.
yes.
Gotcha. Um, did you feel like anything pop or whatever when it happened?
It kind of like it felt like it popped a little, but it wasn't like a loud like pop when it did it. I just kind of felt it, like it just kind of like hit something.
Okay. What was your pain level? Like 0 to 10 when it popped out of place. 0 being you really didn't feel it at all, and 10 being like you I don't know, felt like your knee just got torn to shreds.
It's probably like a 7, like right when it happened. It's
Did
like
it
a
last, or did it kind of go down afterwards?
well, when it happened, it was like a 7, but it was like painful. Like it's like still hurts right now, but it's not at a 7. It's like a 4 or 5
Okay. Did you feel a second pop?
now. No, it was just
No.
like that one.
Um, and what about any swelling? Is it swollen at all?
Yeah, it's swollen. Like you can feel it too. Like all the way around, it's pretty swollen around my whole knee.
Okay. Is it just on the front side of the knee, back side of the knee?
The swelling is just on the front and like kind of on the sides.
Okay.
But
When
that's about
you
it.
if you press around on it right now, do you feel is it more tender in one spot over another?
Um, on the like medial side, like the inside of my knee, hurts more than anything. When
Okay. What about range of motion? Are you able to like bend your knee and straighten your knee?
I can bend it, but when I'm like it's painful to like extend it, but I'm like also kind of like afraid to extend it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Um,
I'd rather it just stay bent.
gotcha. If you were to like kind of press around on your knee, right? If you pressed to the outside, like kind of where your kneecap is,
Mm-hmm.
if you move it around a little bit, like try to press it kind of towards the inside. Do you feel anything doing that?
And I try to move it. If I press like on the inside, like going outwards, it hurts really bad. But if I like press on the other, like on the outside, pushing it inwards, it's like somewhat painful, but it's not like the other
Okay, so when you press it kind of to the outside, um, does it feel does it feel like it might pop again or anything?
one. Kind of. It's like really like I guess you could say loose, kind of.
Uh huh.
Like I'm trying to push it on the out, like towards the outside.
Yeah, when you
That,
push it, so when you push it towards the outside, it feels a little bit loose.
yeah,
And does the pain kind of like you feel like the pain kind of starts to increase a little bit as you press on it outside?
yeah. When I press that way.
Okay. Um, have you done anything like ice or taken anything for it?
No,
Not yet.
I,
Okay. Um, so it kind of sounds, well, I guess the other thing, nothing looks, aside from the swelling, does your knee look funky at all?
no,
No, it look, otherwise, looks normal, just
yeah, just
bigger.
better. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so it kind of sounds like you could have You could have done a couple things. Just kind of judging off the method of injury. You could have torn one of the ligaments around the knee. But one of the other things that could have happened, and sounds a little more probable right now, at least as the primary, is that you may have popped your kneecap out of place. But since you said your knee looks otherwise normal, it sounds like it probably popped into place or didn't completely pop out. But either way, it sounds like that there was some movement in your kneecap there, in your or with your patellar. So, and kind of judging off of the things that I had you do, like pressing kind of on your kneecap towards the outside, is kind of one of the indicators that it may have been dislocated. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like it went back into place. Even though you didn't feel that second pop, it sounds like it at least went back into place. Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to get some imaging done, so X-ray, MRI, make sure it's sitting where it's supposed to sit. And then the MRI should kind of help us determine too if some of the tendons and ligaments and stuff got stretched out. And then we'll look at what we need to do for rehab from there. I would recommend putting some ice on it. Maybe take like some Tylenol or something to help with the pain. Definitely rest, ice it. You can when you put the ice on it too, you can kind of put some compression around it, hold everything into place. I would wear a brace especially until we figure out exactly what's wrong. So keep that compression on there. And then when best you can with that swelling is keep it elevated. Okay. So, yeah, any questions?
No.
All right.
Listen for now.
Yep. Ice, compression, keep it elevated. And definitely rest. Don't try to play basketball again until we figure out what's going on and you get cleared from us to return back to playing.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.